some guys back who had a taste of the fracas before, but there's a lot of new faces and a lot of guys moving around. We're doing a lot of shuffling around to try to find that right mix of guys. So Michael Adams and Andrew Miller have been working at left tackle. Justin Bourne and Connor Smith have been working at left guard. Michael Brewster, Jim Cordell, Andrew Moses, those guys have all been working at center. Brian Browning, Michael Brewster, and Evan Blankenship have been working at right guard. And at right tackle, there has been Brian Browning, Jim Cordell, Josh Kerr. So, and then the other guys that have been working, Chris Malone's been working some left guard, left tackle. Jack Muhort, our brand new freshman, has been working some left guard, left tackle. Zach Schlegel's been mostly working at right guard. And that's pretty much the whole contingent, I think.
How much is the offense? I mean, obviously you've got a bunch of people, especially skilled people you're replacing. Terrell's back. How much is the offense going to be different this year? Are you putting new things in? Are you trying to tailor it more around Terrell? What's the
Well, I think that, it's all, you guys have heard me say that before, that it's always the secret of trying to find out what your guys can do and tailor everything to what your people can do. And that has to start with the quarterback position. So, and we know that Terrell is a great threat as a runner, and I think that we're working extra hard on our passing game this spring, and as far as new things, if I had a lot of new things to work on, I wouldn't tell you anyway. So, we got to keep utilizing his mobility and get all those guys, he and Joe Bowserman too, working with a new set of receivers. There's some, when Brian and Brian are gone, they get some new guys to throw to get familiar with and work, and I think everybody's working really hard, and good start.
How much, I guess, what would you say is the biggest thing you'd like to work on with this offensive line this year? What is their biggest strength, and maybe what's their biggest weakness, do you feel?
Well, there's some guys who, when they're all in there, and you add that group of guys that I said, they're pretty mobile guys. They've worked pretty hard this winter, and I think that the toughest thing to get back is always your pass protection. Always. That's been the same ever since I've been in this business, and so that's something that we have to keep working on every day. And there's some running plays that we're always going to do, that we've always done. We're always going to run the power, but we maybe some different things that we'd experiment with this as spring goes on. But a lot of stuff's the same. Trying to get some of the things that we always do, we want to make sure we get back to a level of competence where you can keep doing them. Before then you start experimenting with things. Sometimes you can do too many things and you end up not being very good at anything. So I think get back to some of the old basics first, and then we'll make some decisions, see where we're going.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach Tressel, the first day, somebody asked him what one of the number one things they're going to work on to do better.
I asked him.
And he said, be more physical on the offensive line was the first thing that he said. I mean, is that, I assume he didn't have to tell you that was going to be a goal for this year, did you?
Oh, that's, I think that's something that those guys, they know and understand. They got to keep doing that, and they've been doing it, and they got to keep doing it. And the challenge is always difficult against our defense. But which is a good thing too, that you're working and competing against those guys every day. That in the end you end up with a better product, hopefully.
We set your guys down. I mean, like Coach Tressel said, there were like maybe 20 things. You definitely talked about, but the number one thing was get more physical. What does that mean to you, Jim, as a line coach and a coordinator? What does that tell you that he wants more than anything else? Just blow guys off the ball. Obviously, he wasn't happy with the production in the red zone from a touchdown standpoint. You know what I mean? And things like that. But what does it mean to you when he says more physical?
Well, you want to try to finish plays better. You want to try to control the line of scrimmage more.
Yeah.
In both run and pass, both. Give. You've heard me say that before. Give the other guys a chance to do their jobs. And when you give the running backs a little bit of room to maneuver at the line of scrimmage, you get those guys to the line of scrimmage. Give the quarterback that little extra split second of time, and things are always going to operate better.
Did you think y'all ever got to that happy point last year with this line? I mean, did you was that did you ever feel like y'all had that approach? I mean, got to that point where you could line up, just blow people up a little bit?
Well, I think that looking back, things probably improved as the year went on. And I think toward the second half of in the second half of the year, there were. I think the Illinois game was a game we ran the ball pretty good. Michigan game we ran the ball pretty good. So having without thinking about it a great deal. But I mean, being exactly, I don't know if it's ever like you want it to be. So, did it ever get exactly like that? No, I don't think so. But I get closer. So now we got to start over again.
I was going to say, as you